All right, everyone. This is Chris, bringing you a joint stream with James and Zach, Dice Masters with James and Zach, and Chris and Rob Game Room. We're having a match between me and James. This is to determine second place in the draft pool, and it should be really interesting.
So, Zach,
James,
do you want to take lead on this,
James,
or should I take lead on this?
James has to beat me.
I've never done one of these before. Probably take lead. Oh, Chris has got Common Thor or Common Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how do you want to do the roll off, James?
Action dice. It's strictly best.
Yes, he does have Common
Thor,
draw, but if you notice, he has nothing cheaper than 4 in his characters.
Do you want to call it?
That's true. Investigation.
Action, please.
He does.
Zach,
Still got volume.
Yeah.
Oh. Zach's mic does not mute. It just doesn't.
All right.
Just in case.
Oh, did you call it?
James didn't remember.
I did. Yeah, it was predictable. I'd say you go. You get to choose.
Woohoo! That's exactly what I needed. Oh my god.
I know. You're going to roll some psychics though. You're not going to get through.
So I was talking to Chris earlier about this game, and I told him he should just wall up.
All right, so I'm going to start
and
right now,
not try and attack or anything.
All right. Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Just to annoy James, because he got very frustrated early on.
Second place marbles, I should say. Okay, that's just an investigation.
Yeah. And so is that, I should think.
I'm just trying to get
what color
so I can actually hear you over them.
Can you not hear me?
I'll use.
They're a little bit loud.
So if you right-click on your volume settings, you can go to Open Sound Mixer or Volume Mixer, and then you can turn down the Hangouts plugin or turn up Discord.
Close.
All right, that's the last one.
Whatever you prefer.
And now we can really start with the game.
Yeah, so it looks like Chris's best bet. Yeah, probably wall up and get Hulk. He doesn't have any. No, he does have ping damage with Thor too, so that's expensive.
He also has the surprise attack action.
Got a couple of different ways you can do it. Of course, you can always just wall up and then attack with everything and have him deal damage.
So the problem Chris is finding in this tournament,
I'm not saying that.
Especially against Peter when he lost, was because he literally just couldn't buy the Hulk or get any characters out because they're all so expensive, right?
Hold on. Okay, yeah. Just making sure they could be heard. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to buy a chipmunk hunk.
No. What does that one do?
When level 1 side, any level 1 is fielded, he gets +1/+1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not as good as mine then.
Oh no.
It is not as good as yours.
Got this super rare Earth X Captain America.
I may have to just wall
yeah, he does.
Oh, don't do that. Let's just lose the will to live. I don't even know if I want a chipmunk.
James has just got some cheap characters.
Yeah. Basically, his strategy is just attack as quickly as possible and get through with that yarn ball, maybe doubling in some attacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't really have a particular strong way.
Pink. That's like it for people who are colorblind.
Seems like Chris has got a bit of an advantage off the bat, but we'll see if he can get it together fast enough.
I've seen this play before.
This is just because there's nothing I want to buy, and you might want to buy those at some point.
Yeah, it depends how well his investigation rolls go.
Energy. Told you. Don't see any fist there.
An early Hulk, which he could really do.
All right. I'm going to play investigation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought it was an energy. So pixelated.
Oh,
Fist.
sorry, man.
Sorry.
Come on. Oh.
Should have
Energy,
rerolled
but no
Still no
fist.
fist.
Yeah,
Or bolt.
the
My heart
sidekicks.
bleeds.
Oh man. Okay. What the heck is going on here?
You're not going to roll a fist for the whole game.
That's kind of okay. So, wow, that's really awful. I'm going to buy surprise attack.
No.
You forced my hand, sir. You forced my hand.
Where did those green action dice come from?
And then going to
Chipmunk hunk.
buy absorbing. No, chipmunk hunk. All right. Pass turn or pass priority in turn, sir.
Jesus, chipmunk hunk aggro. I can do that then.
That Sif has got 4, 5, or 6 defense.
That's how I roll.
That might have been a pretty good early game pickup to prevent.
Yeah, but I think you wanted to
James'
buy the
attack from
surprise
doing
attack.
anything.
Not the worst thing there.
No, I mean I get it, but you could buy surprise attack basically any turn.
Yeah, but unless James buys it, I think that's probably what he's worried about.
I have a feeling I don't even want to use
in an earlier game, I think it was Charlotte tried to buy all 3 of his.
It's almost better than pulling characters that
surprise
you're not
attacks in like the first 2 turns.
Surprise attack that you're not going to really use.
Yeah, exactly.
If Chris gets a big enough field, he can just swing with everything, and then James either takes 2 or takes the full attack.
Yep.
I'm gonna have a big old bag of poop.
And James really kind of struggles against walls.
So 4 in the bag, sir.
With this team, he doesn't have a lot of way around the big wall.
Yep, energy.
Really hoping for that uncommon chipmunk hunk to get more tokens out.
No. I have a fist. Now you have a fist. Well, I suppose it's Hogan.
But that doesn't really work against the Hulk, does it?
Boo! Character. Can't buy Hogan though.
No.
Any 2 costs? No. Bought more.
I have 0 curve on my team. So I'm going
he does
to
have the 2 ping global. So you can ping off a sidekick.
Chipmunk spunk.
Hold on to it, yeah.
But I just hold on to it and do it. Maybe see what happens next turn. Either ping off your sidekick or one of James's.
Considering pinging out one of my sidekicks.
Probably the ramp would be okay.
Pinging out one of mine is the best chance to get Hulk. So I'm going to ping out my sidekick.
Fair enough.
I personally would have waited until my turn.
Yeah, I think it's the right move, but you can wait till James' priority step.
The bag of doom.
Yeah.
How many is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I think you almost have all
the
your
investigations as well.
Right, that's shaky. And that's 4. Ooh. I want to complain about that. I will, however, complain bitterly about that.
Oh.
Ooh. Chipmunk's defense is 2? 2?
Yes, it is 2, sir.
In fact, I could look at my own code. That would help. That's just...
No judgments here.
I don't think going through those psychics is particularly useful.
They roll both. Imagine that.
That could be useful.
Get me. Now I'm presented with
Chris only got one character. He could definitely intimidate it and then attack through.
Which is a reason that Chris probably shouldn't have pinned out his sidekick.
Even if he hadn't, though. Oh, well, I guess James can't afford to field him.
Well, he could. I mean, he's gonna still ping off with.
Right. It's a burst. Does it have to be a double burst? I have no idea.
Burst or single burst?
I think I probably would have pinged off one of my own sidekicks if I was James's.
I can't do it.
James.
It's a character thing, right?
Yeah, it's character die.
You get the ramp that way, and then you'd still get the same amount of damage through.
Mm-hmm.
No, field in for 2. Intimidating. Is it a must? No.
I mean, if there's nothing to intimidate, you're not scaring no one.
It has to be opposing. Does it have to be opposing? Oh, whatever.
I would assume so, because that'd be a bit awkward if you intimidated yourself.
Yeah, well, it's now written as opposing on the new cards, but I don't know how the keyword sounds. But anyway, I'll temporarily intimidate my own sidekick, quaking in his boots.
I'm sorry, sir.
I didn't mean to. Yeah.
And swing through. He's got to do damage when he can.
Yeah. In a draft like that, 5 damage is not anything to sneeze at.
No.
Yeah, 5 damage, I guess. 5 to you.
That's a bit gross.
Be an opposing character.
All right.
I'm sorry.
I'll
Humbly apologize.
Oh.
It'll never
Which
come
is
back
why
again.
Chris
It'll
should
never
have
hold
held on to his
character.
bolts.
Well, I do like the fact that you got rid of my Chib on Kong, because it kind of helps me.
No, that intimidate.
Okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, he should have intimidated out.
Well, I'm going to jinx myself right now.
No fists. No fists. You got fists. You're all right.
Pretty good roll for Chris.
Okay.
What are your basic actions?
But just could get rid of that blocker for 2 bolts if
Midgard,
he gets any
which
characters.
actually is not that bad. And flying hammer, which for 4, I'm not convinced by.
All right. So that's just.
It's got a global though.
Yeah. Fielding that sidekick and.
James' aggression right away.
How the cookie goes. It's your turn, sir.
Okay.
I believe this is my first time playing you competitively.
Hit Hulk, and he can just do it anyway.
I think it might be. We didn't meet in the 2-team.
No. You guys ducked us the whole entire time.
What do we do with that then?
I think really just me and Rob were so terrible in the tournament, we had no chance of playing you guys.
No, I didn't see your game, so I can't comment. I was riding away.
What our basic action is that? He's using investigate.
Got surprise attack and investigation.
The red investigate.
No, it was just total look, except for the games against Patrick, which were skill.
You'll tell him that every time.
Yeah.
So if you're James, what do you do here?
Investigates. He might pull Crystal. More damage through before Hulk comes out. And I guess he could still also buy Jane Foster, or if his roles go differently, he could buy potentially either Hogan or a Fandral.
I think he has to load up on as many Hogan and Fandrels as he can, right?
So we didn't get Crystal, so he does have 5 energy.
I plan for energy constantly. It's fine. 1, 2, 3. So that would be a Fandral, I imagine. Or Captain America. I now have more life.
Fandral. So he has, which Fandral did he have? He has the.
Are you doing that damage now?
Do I want to KO yourself?
I think it's a common.
It's the rare. Character dice with purchase cost 4 more. It costs 1 more to field.
Another bag of poop.
All right.
For Hogan.
No, you can
I
have
don't know if that's.
You go. Okay.
Is that both players?
All right.
Jesus. What
are you going for Fandral there?
So Lilac is. Come on.
Another Hulk die right here.
The good thing about the Captain America, though, I guess, is that it's always virtually always going to proxy that for life.
Both of them to come up. Investigation. Okay.
What's the score? I'm not keeping score. I did 5 to use. You're 15, right?
Yeah, and you're at 20.
Pretty good roll next turn. He can hit him hard.
All right.
That Fandral also hurts James, though.
Yeah.
Going to buy.
Because he'll have to pay the 1 extra as well for all his characters. It costs 4 more.
Going to buy Hogan.
You don't necessarily want to make your own guy harder to get out.
And
yeah, exactly.
People are just staring at me, fiddling with my die.
Only available options are
there's not really anything
mid-card or...
do, so
Yeah, do you go with mid-card?
I will pass turn
Just
to
mid-card.
you, sir.
Okay, one out.
It's fine. It's one where you, if you field the sidekick, one of your character dice costs one less to field.
Yeah.
It's okay.
In my game against Corey, Corey was using it pretty effectively. He was churning pretty well.
It's cool, but you need a way to make a bunch of sidekicks.
Yeah, he was getting pretty lucky in one of the games rolling sidekicks, but it doesn't always work.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation. Wow. All right, I'll settle for that. Just
using blue for investigation?
Whatever you pick.
No, I think that was surprise attack.
That's the one I've got one.
Oh no, pink was surprise attack.
I don't know if I want investigation because all I'm going to do is pull 2 of my character dice and not roll them.
I mean, you have to do it defensively to keep me from getting all the investigation.
Having 4 of your sidekicks out in a draft is a pretty good way of making sure that you're getting your good stuff.
Yeah.
I really want to do that.
The good news is you get to draw another die with whatever you draw.
Yeah, another character.
Yeah.
I could just quite easily draw 2 characters, not roll them. So Fandral, Hogan.
At 3 energy.
If I roll them, I can't fill them. If I don't roll
I'm
them,
using investigation.
I guess you find another crystal. You could
Is there a
play Jane
time-
Foster.
Screw you.
Is there a time when you don't use investigation?
I'm feeling those. All right, I'll do it then. I'm going to live to regret it. Do I want to?
Yes, you want to.
Right, let's see James roll these characters here.
Okay. Oh, it's okay. A bit worse. That's fine. That's absolutely fine because, you know.
Never mind.
You can just pump 1 and send it on.
Yeah. That's exactly what I want to do.
I mean,
This is your roll.
Yeah.
I'll do.
Do you pump?
Oh, well, I'll pass priority, sorry.
I might pump
really can't do
Yeah, okay.
all 3.
That's another 5.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, that's
Down to 10.
only slightly annoying. All right.
That's what you get for bringing Hulk global.
Well, I mean, I didn't really. It
was a good use of the fist.
I couldn't really do anything about it. So.
Yeah.
All right.
You could have not used it on your team like a gentleman.
Got all the pieces, but if he doesn't get them out fast enough here.
Yeah, Chris needs to just basically field as many characters as possible now.
I didn't really want it. I was like
You
thinking.
definitely do. I mean, he's got a few of them going in the bag. He's already pulled Chipmunk Holly.
And then all of a sudden I get it. I'm like,
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with
What?
That's
Carry
not
on.
good.
Carry on with that. That's fine.
This is so ridiculous.
That's one of the things with that Hulk, though. It's very easy to turn it around if you can just.
Not like that, though.
You got the
No.
roll, didn't you?
Yeah. Investigate.
Hulk energy.
That's
Another
not
one
good.
that's still possible.
It again. Oh, but we won't.
Wow.
Nothing but shield.
Man.
Wow.
It's a lot of energy.
7 shields.
A lot of shields.
7 shields.
Hey, Sam.
Bag here.
Yeah. Well, what else are you gonna do?
Wow.
Oh.
Is there anything?
Hong Kong.
No, he's bought all of them.
Full stag at this point. Maybe you just fill your bag up a little bit more.
Yeah, with Volstag's okay. Still got good stats.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
I want
Proxy
characters
off
in the
that.
field with that hold.
This is
Yeah.
The terriblest. I can't even roll. Gee, all right, your turn. I'm just
The right
so
cards here.
No,
You
we
can just
don't-
win.
Trust me.
Oh, that was awful.
Okay, that's either me crying or you
That's
You're pretty easy.
I think you can win this turn if you get it to roll.
could
right?
he field them?
crying. Definitely could.
Whammies.
Yeah.
I like that roll.
Help him, though. I think he wants the energy for fielding.
Yeah, you keep that fist because it's
Oh,
+1.
bloody hell, come on. Okay, so I've got 3 fists. The most I can do.
As long as they come up
is
characters.
that roll or something. It's not
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's a chance he would be able to kill himself at level 3.
Roll. You funsters.
You're doing so well. compared
Yeah,
to
I
what
mean, the
I'm doing.
likelihood is.
At least you can get characters in the field with sidekicks.
Well, just sidekicks. I've had full stag 1. No, full stag. Hogan 1. Come on, friends.
You did say you weren't going to get it again.
Here.
Yeah, I did. I was lying. I can't feel. I
They
can't
can't
feel.
feel
them both.
Shit. Bollocks. So close.
Here.
That's harsh.
Field fan roll attack.
That
7.
That is harsh. Why didn't
8, 9.
Egypt. Alright, what's the most I can do? 6.
That's 9.
No, I've got a fist. Why did he could have stayed on energy? Ugh. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. One short. Still, you wouldn't enjoy being on 1 life, would you?
It was sneak one sidekick back.
Probably.
I wouldn't enjoy it.
You
Sure
keep
you
one
would.
sidekick back.
Sure you would.
But as long as I have something.
I'd
to
keep the
kill.
2 sidekicks and attack with a fan
While
roll.
Hogan is active, Fandral and Monster. Oh, that's so close to being.
All the way again from scratch.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping.
Energy
I would personally keep the 2
Magically?
sidekicks.
No. Alright.
Damage, and you only have
So
3
I
left,
think
but you already have 2 sidekicks. That would be
go
pretty
with-
good.
Fielding him. Oh, mate.
He's gonna get out
So sorry, Hogan.
probably maximum 2 characters.
So, and
Yeah.
pass priority, I don't think you can do anything.
Nothing I can do.
For all 3 though.
And we go through for, let's say 7.
Yeah, I think that's the right. I think that's the right decision.
I think you're right too.
9, I don't know. Keep the sidekicks.
Because you're forcing
And
Chris
he,
to field
sadly,
at least
goes there.
3-ish characters.
Oh,
To,
this is not looking good.
and it's not going to happen with the Hulk.
You could
With the
still
fielding
take a massive
costs.
comeback.
Okay. Hogan.
Yeah, not if you keep rolling out. Keep those. If you don't roll a character, for the
Yeah,
entire
that's
game,
going to be.
I
That's
guarantee I will
probably
win.
going to be game.
Oh my gosh, this is.
I mean, is that James needs to roll 2 fists.
This
Another
is so
character,
ridiculous.
Right, that character.
I like it a lot.
Okay. Down to that. Wow. Okay. Wow. Going to buy Absorbing Man. Maybe something will land in the field. Pass priority.
Can't do much about those rolls, Chris.
Oh, I mean,
I hope to God
yeah,
I don't
you
get
can
2 fists.
talk about strategy and your buy order and everything, but
One-
eventually
one-
the characters you
one-
produce
one-
just
one
have
of
to
those,
stay in the
let's
field.
see.
Yep.
2 lightning bolts and a fist will do it.
That or that plus
He's got surprise attack.
or another
as well.
sidekick.
Yeah, there's lots of combinations within the game.
That's
Yeah,
just-
well, that's
Yeah, that's
combination.
Brilliant. Yay. Sorry, that's not helping
So
you.
stupid.
Common Hulk is
Roll
not the secret
anything.
sauce unless you get some
Yeah.
characters with it.
No.
Yeah, sorry, man. Hulk never even came out of the bag. Shit.
No. Oh,
I
man.
think for me, Chris tries too hard to get that Hulk.
Well, I'm sure you'll put the world.
I think you need to just kind of wall up.
Well, game 3.
And
Would
then
have,
the
right?
Hulk.
Like
choice
if
I
the
win. That's
two,
the only problem.
the 2 chipmunk hunks and the
Oh, this is just garbage.
whatever had come out, he would have had a wall.
Right.
Yeah,
that was lucky.
but the Hulk comes.
Obviously, it's possible, but he was also counting on the 2 characters that he purchased to come out, and they just didn't.
I mean,
That's
the way
true.
you gotta play it.
But if you field enough sidekicks,
So,
eventually you're going to get the ramp
nothing.
because your opponents have to get rid of their sidekicks, particularly in draft.
So,
I mean, I think
just watch me.
he went for the 4 cross that he could purchase,
Well,
got it
I
out,
go
and tried to
first
get it out.
because I lost, so.
Oh right, okay, good. Sorry.
There's double investigations. I mean,
That's
Hulk
why
was
I
still
tried
in the
to
bag
use
at the end of the
maybe
game.
It messes up
Yep.
my tempo. Oh, all right. Investigation, you're gonna fail me again. I'll just.
I think I've decided. Investigation without.
How do you feel about
parallax-
investigation?
without parallax is deadly.
Um,
I'm gonna buy it anyway. 'Cause you're
I mean, James is sort of mentioning it in the last game, but those times when you use
with
investigation, you
parallax.
pull a character, and then you get one chance at it, doesn't work out.
Yeah.
When you get that double investigation roll and you get all the way through your bag, it's pretty helpful. But
Feel that sidekick.
with
the
building
last
sidekicks,
investigation.
so that you don't have that big of a bag to begin with.
Turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
man.
looking very familiar.
Yeah.
Not exactly what I last time. I'm gonna do. this is exactly the same thing. Feel that?
I mean, there's no reason to
no,
change
it was no. It's not the same as I did last. I remember what was different. Okay. Okay, I'll buy a crystal this time. I like crystal.
All right. You and your fancy early purchases that make sense.
Crystal didn't see the field at all last time, did she?
She served you good, though.
Yeah, she did.
All right. It's actually not bad.
I'm just rolling for sidekicks at this point. I would take that. Buy surprise attack, keep the 2 sidekicks.
Filling 2. Buying surprise attack.
Yeah.
Full both investigation.
Yep.
Any attacks?
This is a better start.
Any surprise attacks?
The surprises.
Get to Hogan here. Yeah, it looks like he's going to keep it.
Yeah, I go for Hogan as well.
I shall fill that. I shall grab your other 2 doodads. I like pink. For the princely sum of 4.
You could almost buy my Hulk.
Surprise attack Hulk is pretty bad.
Attack with the sidekicks.
Probably won't need to attack.
If he does, I think Chris should let them through.
What do we do with that? If you got pump and something else, lightning I can't use.
It's a double lightning.
That's useless. I'll tell you what, I will attack with that.
All right. I'll let it go through for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Chris, that's the sensible thing to do.
I could have gotten a ramp for blocking it, but he needs the field.
Yeah.
Investigate into investigation.
He has the fist. He needs, If he pulls investigation, then he's looking good to get the Hulk.
Drawing 1 out.
He could get 6 energy.
Well, either way, with the investigation, you get
like a pro.
either 2 energy or you get to roll another 2 dice, right?
That's 4 energy. It's mounting. Now,
Character he can purchase.
So the only thing is, if he rolls surprise attack.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, that's so stupid.
Excellent.
That's fine.
Man.
What were those investigations?
Buy a Hogan, pay off one of James's sidekicks.
I still can't get over those green action dice.
Yeah.
It's the revelation of the game for me.
So, I'm going to buy Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan's a beast.
And then going to surprise attack. I'm like,
no, I don't like that.
Pass priority in turn.
Rather him carry one of James's sidekick?
Yeah, I think so. Because James isn't ramping to anything, right? What's James ramping to?
It's almost like you have a surprise Owlman.
That's true.
Vignette. Crystal does not want to come up for you.
No.
And what does that one sidekick do for Chris?
Come on, Crystal Babe. There she is.
I have to reroll level 3s, right?
Yep.
All right.
That's right. And I don't know, I was reading Patrick's thing about this. I don't really understand how it works, but I thought, which didn't really make sense, I thought you'd have to reroll, like if you roll them in your first round, that you would have to reroll them, and then you get your reroll anyway, which would be stupid, but that's how it read to me. But I was reading Patrick's explanation, and I think you're supposed to any rerolls that happen in addition to your roll and reroll have to happen at the end of your roll and reroll step. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who's listening to this, I think you need to reroll it after your reroll step.
Okay, so
Is that right? I don't know.
I think so. You save it right there because it's on level 3, and then after the reroll, you roll it then.
Oh, for practical purposes, you can actually just add it to your reroll.
Two diamond lands.
I think you add it to your reroll.
They must reroll it.
Well, in fact, that's effectively the same thing. But the point is that you don't get 3 rolls on it.
Yeah. Okay. So if it happens on the reroll, do you have to reroll it again?
If it's the first time it's happened, not if it's the second, because it says it's okay. And it's only 1 die. Okay. Obviously.
Does it actually come out?
What you doing with all that energy, man?
I don't know.
No, it's a niche issue.
It's a mighty good looking Midgard there.
Midgard actually works really well. It's quite good with Jane Foster, as it turns out.
See, I think Zach just needs to keep attacking.
In fact.
Again?
Pardon?
In fact, I'm going to attack. Rightly or wrongly.
All right, I'm going to block the 2 sidekicks and let Jane Foster go through for 2.
For 4, so I've got 2 fists.
Yeah. All right.
I think that was a smart move.
Right.
You're on 14, right?
Yeah.
And was another reason why I would have pinged off one of his sidekicks.
I'm about tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm giving you all the ramp you need. Come on.
And I'm not doing anything with it. Someone's doing something wrong. I think it's me.
There must be energy enough there. For a Hulk, you're never going to see.
For Hulk. He doesn't want surprise attack here.
No, he doesn't. He should keep the question mark. I would roll for
should probably roll
sidekicks.
for
I would
yeah.
roll 1. Okay.
All right. Buying a Hulk, fielding a sidekick. And I'm going to play investigation.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh, no.
I can't feel it. Jesus.
Oh, my gosh.
It's Hogan.
All right, well, I got it.
Hogan. You got one.
There.
That's fine.
I mean,
just that goes twice.
He's going there. I needed something.
He waited to buy Hulk. He still probably wouldn't have wanted to field Hogan.
Yeah, I agree. I think that ultimately is probably
Wow.
I was hoping it was going to be another investigation.
The best thing he could have done.
Some shenanigans, but that did not happen.
Excited about doing it because he wanted to double investigate and then get Hulk right out.
Yeah,
that would have been a pretty low chance.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to re-roll dice because if I re-roll them, I just come up with what I don't want.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's 5, but I can't buy Hogan. I have to buy Fandral. Oh, Captain America.
I mean, would it be the worst if you re-rolled one of those shields?
Yeah, because it'd come up a sidekick, and this would come up as a bird.
You could buy that Earth X Captain America.
These things when, you know.
Yeah.
You could.
You're on 14, so he's not going to trigger yet. But
Main life thing probably won't happen, but
many. Well, okay, we've got one other ability.
Happen.
Yeah, that's kind of cool with the crystal and Jane Foster potentially.
Could re-roll it if it doesn't come up. You know, I'll take your advice, and if it goes wrong, I'll blame you.
That's fine.
Didn't work anyway.
You're not any worse off.
No, that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, it is worse because I can't buy a Jane Foster now.
Oh, well.
But it's better because you can use the 2 bolts for Thor.
I'm the worst.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tell you what I might do.
you can buy a Fandral and Jane Foster, can't you?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I could do that, or I can do that, or I can save 2 bolts. Which is
see him buy Captain America and save the 2 volts, then
you're just a nice
try to buy Fandral.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're both.
Yeah, go on then. I'll take
that Fandral isn't useful without the Hogan though.
It didn't work out. It didn't work out the first time. Okay. Okay.
It makes it harder for him to field his other character.
Has to.
Yep.
3 in the back.
His only character he's bought so far is Crystal, so
all this is going in there.
More at the moment.
Another investigation or Hulk. Okay, not what I wanted.
That's what you wanted. Exactly that.
No, I think you're mistaken.
See, why is he keeping...
Some
I'm rolling
worse.
everything.
Okay.
Now you're going to get Hulk and energy on that Hulk.
All right. Investigation.
Just thinking about absorbing him or something.
Got another investigation with energy. Hey,
Don't
got
know.
another Hulk. No fist.
No fist. I don't need another Hulk.
That's
I need a
balls,
miracle. Is what I need.
Best option is probably Volstagg.
I think so.
All right, I'm going to buy a Volstagg. Pass priority.
Nothing.
In turn.
Good news for Chris is he gets to roll Hulk next turn, and I don't think James can win this turn.
Yeah, if Hulk comes out, I think James is too far. He doesn't have enough damage yet.
Jane Foster always rolls a character, no matter what you might want from her. That's my experience. See?
Yeah, but Jane Foster's always free to field as well, which is very nice.
Jane Foster, that...
He wants to buy Hogan.
Yeah.
It's the common Jane Foster.
Yeah,
it's not particularly useful.
Much good for him.
Okay.
Well, looky there.
You dig an investigation?
Yeah, I think that's a good roll.
Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. One shot.
Oh man, if only
Okay.
Chris didn't have two sidekicks.
Yeah, that could mean 4 damage, huh?
4 energy. Waste of time.
Tokens against the Hulk team.
Yeah, he doesn't fancy that.
Nocturne.
Wow, flying hammer.
I'll buy one of them.
All right.
I don't know. That's probably a bit of a stupid play than mine. And I'll take out one of your sidekicks.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably should have taken my own sidekick.
Chris is there.
Let's
see if he can get the field small.
Could get all the damage and be able to kill you in one turn. Like I haven't been able to do yet. But all right. 1, 2. Oh, come
Does
on.
not want to come out of the bag.
Just chill at the bottom of the bag and never come out.
I think so.
And he is shy.
Keep the question mark, roll everything else.
It's only mostly frustrating. Mostly. Oh, man. All right. Come on, guys.
But why keep the fists?
All right.
There you go.
Bunch of damage to you.
I know, but he's not going to do anything with him, is he? Because he's going to keep the field.
Off that stupid sidekick of yours?
Yeah.
I mean, 7 damage, to be fair. But do you do that?
Attack.
I don't know if I
James wants him to.
Yeah, I know James wants him to.
No, I don't think I'll be taking that.
I think you're right. I think you should have re-rolled those 2 fists when you could have gotten some more sidekicks.
Yep.
I'm not going to join the dark side.
Stuck. That's Red Skull from the Avengers cartoon.
Yeah. Okay. As much as I want to, I need to hold on to that sidekick.
Attack. No. Look how many fists you've got.
Yeah, I know. It's 10th.
James hasn't got Hogan yet.
Yeah, I think James realizes that if Hulk comes out, then the more characters Chris has on the field, the better.
I don't know. Maybe I'm attacking with the sidekick. Because James doesn't have Hogan yet, so he doesn't have a way to get rid of that of Chris's Hogan.
Get me with my characters, and I can feel the bugs as well. But look at that.
That's okay. I got blockers.
But you're going to roll a level 3 Hulk.
True. I got fist to pump him to knock out your stuff on my turn for my turn.
It'll make Hulk cost 1 more to field with that Fandral.
Okay. Also, while Fandral is active, character dice with a purchase cost of 4 or more cost 1 more to field. Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting that he got these this turn because both of these could help mitigate the Hulk roll next turn.
Yeah.
And you said 4 or more? That's literally my whole
got
team.
I know.
3, 4,
That's
5, 6.
insane.
He's got all of his sidekicks. Hulk probably in the bag at this point.
Do I want to do that or not? What else would I do with it? Overall, it's not a reason to do it though.
Yeah, I think it's literally just Hulk.
No, I'm not going to do it on the turn that you not pull the Hulk, I think. So I'll just fill those. Right. And pass turn, pass priority.
All right, 1 in the bag.
James is not KOing a sidekick.
No, don't give him the extra ramp.
No investigation.
Yeah, I think he's thinking that Fandral's going to make the fielding cost tough. He doesn't want to give him a way around it.
Called it. That's a good start.
This is
3.
Ridiculous. Level 2. All right.
What level's that?
Level 2. Yeah, so I got to pay 3 to field.
Yep.
All right.
Boom.
That worked out.
All right.
Yep.
Pass priority. In turn.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, that makes Chris's board state a little bit better. But
okay, I stabilized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting one thing in the field that stabilized me. That's insane.
Probably has to go for Hogan, right? He's got to intimidate Hulk out so he can start being aggressive again.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. He does.
With this current roll, he can do like 2 damage.
2 damage with the psychic going through, and he's got a Hulk up to.
Wants to be there, doesn't he?
Ooh.
Okay.
Not the arm run again. Double energy would have been much better.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous how impactful that Hulk is.
Easily the most impactful card in the whole set.
Yeah, that Malekith uncommon is pretty strong, but yep. If you can get to the Hulk quickly, which Chris hasn't done, which is why he's been in trouble both games. But if you can get a board state and get Hulk out, you're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, James just have an answer, but he hasn't been able to buy it yet, and so it may just be too slow at this point.
Yep.
So either gonna just let you start hitting me, or I can bring it on myself.
Yes.
Yeah, could do that.
I mean,
good for nothing.
You've got this turn.
Both the Crystal and the Armborn Crystal and the Fandral kill the Hulk with the Armborn. So potentially James can try and force a mistake out of Chris.
Terrible Palpatine impression. Just want to apologize
Oh.
to all the viewers.
Oh, I had shivers running down my spine.
He could guarantee that.
But I don't know why Chris would try and block with the Hulk.
No, I don't think you need to at this point. Well,
if James had 2 bolts, he could KO the sidekick, attack with both of them, and then if Chris doesn't block one of them, it could do a lot of damage. But if he does, he could KO Hulk.
But after that, then it's just going to be slaughter, isn't it? Because all you have to do is attack, wait for me to attack.
Probably buy Crystal at this point, just for the fists for Hogan.
You know, the common Fandrel's so much better than that rare.
Oh, yes, I'm aware of that.
Oh, I'm so glad you didn't have that.
Yeah, that would have been good. Oh, I don't know what to do about that. Do I sit it out? If I sit it out, what are my options for getting stuff through?
Yeah, he's literally got Hogun, maybe Flying Hammer.
I don't know. Right, not roll that back. Okay, screw it. I'm going to attack the dog.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he might do that.
He
was thinking about it, wasn't he?
Block Crystal with that. Actually, hold on. You're about to jump damage.
I think you want to block with Hulk. I think that's the right move.
I'll chump block Crystal and I'll block Fandral with Hogan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was that a mistake?
I don't think Chris is going to fall for that.
Yeah. Was it a mistake or was it worth trying to make him
Crystal, right?
Yeah.
Make a mistake?
It doesn't roll any characters next turn. It's happened before. Maybe taking the 4 damage isn't so bad.
Do I take a chance on you not? Sorry, what was that? That was a mouse. Not rolling that back. Probably not. I don't know. It'd be good though if you're lefty with nothing in the field apart from Hulk. I would enjoy that.
Yeah, I think he's got to carry with them if you can.
I mean, your Fandral's coming
Which
out.
he can now.
Yeah, Fandral's going. It's true. I will. I'm just gonna make a mistake. And now I'm aware of people watching. Hello, people watching.
They're not here. Don't worry about them, man.
Oh, James, we are criticizing you.
It's probably Ben and Zach just ripping you, or me.
Probably
both
just
of us.
talking about something else. Yeah. Beard oil, for example. Oh, gosh. Yeah, all right. I'll double his attack just for fun.
Okay. So Hogan's doubly killed.
Yeah, and he will. She will.
She'll survive.
She'll.
Oh wait, she's a level 2.
You also have the Flying Hammer global.
You'll spin up and you'll do 2 damage. Is that right?
That's correct.
I guess since you're on level 2. So I'll make it so your psychic survives by using the Flying Hammer global.
What does the Flying Hammer global do?
Attacking character
does no damage.
Target blocked character deals no damage.
Oh, so I just get to spin her up and that's it.
Yeah. Let's do that. I don't know what I'm doing now. All right, go on.
Or is it because you do damage to my psychic still? It just doesn't get knocked out, or?
No, I don't do damage.
Okay.
Target blocked character die, which is my crystal, deals no damage, so it doesn't damage your psychic.
That's just kind of like a jerk move.
Yeah, it's kind of pointless, probably.
Well, I mean, it's the best of what you could do.
You probably should have kept this. Never mind. Shouldn't have attacked.
Oh,
hey,
my bad.
You're not having that bloody Pandra. No, what's it called? Bolster.
Yeah.
James is still at 20.
Apparently you are.
Yep.
In Volstagg, though, he might have something close to 20 damage already.
He could probably pretty easily.
I already intimidate the 1 blocker.
Well, and the Volstagg gets +2 attack off the Hogun.
And he's got 2 potential.
Okay.
No.
Okay, all right. Going to spin this down.
It's a surprise attack, so he can ping for 2.
He's on his level 1.
He can intimidate on the crystal.
11, 12, 13, 14.
So that's 4, 5.
And I'm going to.
So he's currently on 12, 13, 14. He can do.
Does 2 damage to you.
Let's investigate
then
now.
I'm going to do Thor Global on him. He's down to a 43.
Oh no, that was surprise attack.
2 damage to you. You're down to 16.
Attack.
I'm not gonna attack.
Pussy.
All right, your turn, sir.
That's one way to Bait your opponent.
Crystal's back in the game.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's back in the game.
Yeah, I can't see any way out of this now.
James
We will try.
Yeah, James doesn't really have
doesn't
an answer.
attack, so that he forces. And he would have forced Chris to pay more to field. He wouldn't be able to do all that.
No, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I will either go down or lose.
Huh.
That's pretty annoying.
How is that annoying? It's not. At the end of the day, it's not going to do you any harm at all.
That's just cost a little bit more for fielding, and I can't ping stuff as much as I want.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, what isn't annoying is that I don't have a shield. Because if I had a shield, I could buy bloody Captain America.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't. No, because I couldn't field him anyway. So I'll just shut up.
You got one more turn.
How do you know?
He's down to 16.
You're right.
Well, you're on 16 right now. If
Any more threats coming out of the bag, though?
Oh, you
I
mean
don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Investigation, I guess.
I'm not some kind of soothsayer. It's just I see what the points are. You absolutely destroyed me first game, though.
I was a bit lucky, really. You didn't roll anything at all.
Chris is going to take a little while to ping James down, but I don't know if James still hasn't bought Hogan. Is really going to have much of a shot here.
Very useful to do with that, so I'll just hurry up and buy one of those. Midgard. Is that what I want?
He's doing it, chat. He's doing it.
I would like to have a Jane for the shields, but no fists for Hogan. Just
the worst energy he could have rolled there with only 3.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
No.
Get in. Get in. That's it.
Okay.
Crash, are you still there, Zach?
Investigation.
Okay.
Kind of don't want another Volstagg right now.
No, Volstagg is coming to energy. Or not.
All right. So, field. And I'm going to buy another Volstagg.
Ooh.
Yeah. Chris is going to just play the slow game.
Priority ending turn.
You could have easily attacked with the Hogan there and pumped it by 3.
Not that I'm playing for that in any way, but if we draw this game, what happens? Is it a draw? Or what?
If we draw the match, I move on.
No, if we draw this game, what's the result of the match?
It's a draw.
Is it? So what? So a person has to win 2. Basically.
Yeah, you have to win 2.
Okay. Fine.
That's already caused a lot of controversy.
Fine. It's fine.
Are you wanting to draw it out?
No, I just wanted to know, so I don't just throw it away by mistake. Not at all. No. I think you'll be fine. Sugar.
I have to win one more game still, and hopefully my
rolls
don't continue on.
Yes, but if you draw, then effectively you win. You know?
Yeah, that's very true. But I don't want to win like that.
Interesting.
Or Hogan.
Trying to gain some life.
I think maybe Captain America. Right.
Okay.
Keep in it a bit longer. Has to.
James's bag.
Why would you have gone for Captain America there? Or would you have gone for Hogan?
Sure. There's a lot of guys in that part.
I would have gone for Hogan.
Really?
Yes, really. Is that green die coming around again already? Jesus.
I don't have that many dice, to be fair.
Yeah, it's me that's bought a lot of shit. Dude.
Oh, I can't field him.
Yes. Brilliant.
Fandral paying off.
Fandral paying off.
Here, you can do double bolt. You can.
Yeah, I just leave the.
Actually, don't you actually have to reroll? I hate to point this out, but you probably do have to reroll, which is probably to your benefit, isn't it?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's all right.
But it's probably still going to come up on level 3.
That's fine though.
No, it comes up on a better side for me.
How does that combination of Crystal and Fandral work against me? That's sick.
Dude, I feel bad about that. Not too bad though. Going to pay to field him.
For Chris.
And I'm going to intimidate out
everybody.
Your sidekick. And he's a 6'8". And I'm going to ping.
If you were James, do you call this game and just try and win the last game?
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing with the 6'7" Fandral.
Yeah. You don't leave me a lot of choice in that, I think. Just kind of probably. Do I have to block it? I can double block it. If I double block it, do I do 2 lots of damage to him, or is it, since it's simultaneous, it's just 1?
You do.
You don't want to double block.
Doing damage to him, so it'd be 4 damage to you.
Yeah.
Right, Ben, if I'm wrong, Ben or Zach, if I'm wrong, chime in.
That sounds right.
All right.
Bugger. Don't really want it to stay there. Pickles.
Damage.
Pickles.
Pickle Rick.
Take damage. You got Captain America coming through.
So what's his attack?
He's a 6'7".
Oh, he's going through.
Yeah.
You're just gonna let him go through.
I'm just gonna let him go through.
All right.
I think you have to.
Screw it.
All right.
I mean, there's no point in leaving him out in the field to do it again next turn.
8 now.
Yep.
And he goes back into the bag.
Oh, because he's immortal.
Yeah.
Idiot.
That's true.
America, straight off the bat.
Oh.
Didn't roll. Nothing roll, obviously. Why would it?
Pretty helpful.
Family television here.
Come on. Oh, sorry. I think shit is right.
No, I guess he won't.
Oh, come along now.
You know how uptight we are over in America.
I'm never going to see that Captain America again because I've got a bag full of poo. Can I just?
No. So yeah, do you just call this game?
I mean, you can concede if you want.
I don't know. Conceding.
Would you concede this game?
Oh, we got
game?
38 minutes.
Conceding's lame, but
I don't think James really has like. This is going to take a long time for him to lose. But
all right, do you concede?
I don't really see any way back.
Already had Hogan. I'd say he has a shot, but since he doesn't,
screw it. I'll concede. Let's just play the last game.
Yeah, I think that's a sensible thing to do. I mean, in the context of the draft tournament, right? This is for
Captain America,
second place.
All right,
and James has to win.
I assume you want to go first.
Yeah. Yeah.
But actually, conceding him also gives him a chance to buy both investigations here.
Is really nasty.
At game 3.
I'm missing one of those dice. I don't know. Oh, the game is void. I didn't have it on mine. There it is.
Where did that? Oh, there it is.
Right.
Agents.
All right, sir. Your go.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's roll.
Effectively so far. I think taking it away from him would be pretty good.
Come on.
Yep.
Come on. I have a habit of rolling them back. No. Yes.
No. Yes. I assume it went good for you.
It went good. Oh, wait. I'm using blue for that. Okay.
All right. So sidekick.
I think James is already in a good position here.
Yeah.
I didn't even switch cameras. So boring. What I have to do.
Chris needs to just focus on walling up
as
much as possible.
All right. This is going to be the dirty game.
Yeah.
The first one was just gross.
James goes for
punched me in the face
Hogan.
So much.
Yeah,
Hogan and Fandral just
being able to remove a few blockers and use the whole global.
Yeah.
You could do it again.
I mean, I might be able to oblige you.
Do it.
For characters, so he can get more of them out.
I feel the sidekick. Oh no.
Oh, of course. All right. So
I just rerolled all for sidekicks. Try and thin your bag out as much as possible.
I'm wasteful.
Exactly. Didn't have a free cost, and so even getting one sidekick.
Straight out with one.
Chris has seemed pretty reluctant to roll heavily for sidekicks.
Oh, that was bold. Gosh.
This is the kind of turn that Chris hopes he has, where at turn 3 he buys Hulk.
Yep.
Here, Ben.
Hey, Hogan.
You want to buy my Hulk?
Okay.
Yep.
She sucks, and she'd never roll for me. Seriously, I had one draft. I played like Thor in a real life draft, and Zach told me, get the common Hulk, get the common Hulk. So I got it when I was drafted. I was like really excited. Oh, I got the common Hulk, got the common Hulk, and she never did any damage in 3 games. Just none. She either didn't come out, didn't manage to. But I think I bought her quite early in 2 games. She came out, didn't roll, came out again, didn't roll. Just like kind of like some of your games. And by the time I got to the 3rd game, I was like, oh, I can't even be bothered to buy her. I bought something else. Anyway,
who are my partners with on YouTube that told me that?
Chris employing the let James talk as much as possible strategy for this last game.
Just run out the clock.
Yeah.
Run out the clock with James's stories.
I learned to play from Robert,
And so they need to make something happen here.
Robert got me to just play back a little bit more than I should, and I'm kind of trying to. I mean, Robert showed me a lot of good habits, but sitting back and just playing defensive is not really good. And
in a draft.
In any situation, if you have a certain type of team. Okay. Going to buy Hogan. All right.
1 for each.
Yep. Makes sense for Chris. It's a fist character as well.
His Volstagg is not nearly as good without Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal.
All right.
Faster.
Oh, it's a brisk pace we got here.
We gotta get through it.
Field started.
Bloody turns. That's just annoying.
He needs the investigation.
Okay. Volstagg.
By 2nd Hogan. Or Volstagg, that's fine.
I rerolled those bolts for sidekicks though.
Yeah, you could have.
Yes. Get it.
And I have Fandral in the field.
Rolled that fist. Possibly gotten 2 bolts.
Yep.
The damage through already.
Okay. Field. Intimidate a sidekick.
I'm so scared.
You can still be reasonably aggressive.
Right.
You could have bought a surprise attack.
Blocking Hogan?
Really?
He's going to get 2 damage through.
2 damage.
Yeah, surprise attack probably would have been.
Yeah.
You could have KO'd the sidekick either way.
You can have your sidekick back.
Oh. Don't mind if I do.
To intimidate again.
That keeps coming up. I don't want that.
It's because it's green. I'm telling you. It's wrong.
Sidekick.
Sidekick and prep, Chris.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, that's perfect energy. 4 nothing.
Are you sure it's perfect? Not perfect energy for some.
Come on.
Thank you to the peanut gallery. I rolled all these, got fists, and then I had to re-roll the surprise attack. All right, your turn. Woo.
Yeah, James just needs a better way to cycle his Hogans.
I mean, I guess his way right now is to ping off that sidekick and get 5 damage through. Use another bolt.
No.
Yep.
I'm having them.
He didn't see it. Well, he
Like another ball with 4 extra dice.
Yeah, that's possible. There you go.
He's gonna get like 7 damage through.
And 2 more. What choice do I have?
2 sidekicks.
Fists.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. No guts, no glory. So I think I can use Thor Global, right?
Yeah.
To ping out your.
And then buying a second Hogan.
Yeah.
And then attack for 9.
I think that's probably sensible.
Put you on 9?
Yeah.
Early
Damage
aggro,
is the fact
best
that
I can
Hogan's
do.
going to come out of the field so we can re-intimidate.
Yep.
Okay. I was not expecting that, honestly. I thought you were going to buy a Fandral.
Fandral, Schmandra.
I mean, that's how you have to beat Hulk, right?
Yeah.
Aggro is
It
quickly.
would have been a much slower play.
Does he not want to roll on anything but that? Huh.
Reroll the 2 shields and investigate.
Sidekicks.
Okay. Investigation?
Yeah, he just doesn't go for them.
Thinking about it later, that's for sure.
Yes.
It's that downside to investigation we were talking about.
Oh, this is awful.
Get thee hence to the bag of lots of stuff.
Yeah. So
I was gonna say shite, but it's a family show.
all right, paying to field that.
Another Hogan.
Wow.
Intimidating my psyche.
Yeah. He's so scared. Gonna buy the last surprise attacks.
I think that's a mistake.
Okay.
All right, and that's.
I think Chris should focus on getting characters rather than surprise attacks.
Psychic's back in the game.
I think he's thinking because he's already got Hulk, he wants that damage source. He doesn't want James to buy him. I think you're right.
You're flooding your bag.
If you get Hogan right here, it's just gonna be ridiculous.
No. Oops. Hogan, no. Crystal, yes.
Here's his turn to roll for sidekicks.
Yep.
Go for it.
I don't know if I can continue with this strategy, shall I? What's coming up?
Oh, and have enough to knock out Hogan.
No.
Things.
If you attack with both, you'll get minimum 3 damage through.
11, so.
If I could just
And then buying another crystal.
Screw it, I'm just gonna attack.
Yeah, I think so.
And rightly aggressive.
For 3.
Your crystal's out.
Yeah, you're on 6.
We'll leave Hogan in the field so we can't do any intimidating.
The strategy's gonna work for you if I don't get anything out.
Just don't roll anything and I'll be fine. That's what happened in game 1.
Come on. Oh.
We roll everything. See, why is he not rolling for sidekicks? Roll for all of them. So stupid.
He's still thinking Hogan.
Hogan Schmogan.
It's not, just roll for sidekicks.
The other bolt, and that could have been,
You don't want to attack?
you know, a way of pinging off one of James's attackers.
Come on, man. Now
Still focused on getting more characters out, but he might not even have enough time.
It did roll. You're on 6
That's
life
game.
and you're dead, I think. Wait. Yeah, I can feel them.
That's so stupid. I couldn't get anything to roll.
I'm sorry, man.
Well,
In Chris's bag right now, like he probably wasn't going to get the Hogan even if he bought it. I mean, even after purchasing it.
You know me. I just roll everything.
Just didn't roll for any sidekicks ever in both games.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Still could have not gotten
Knock
sidekicks
you
with all the
out of
rerolls
your
he
own
did, but at least he would
tournament.
have had a chance.
It's becoming commonplace. All right. So, anyone in the peanut gallery got anything to say?
There you go. James managed to take out Common Hulk.
Join us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's do join them.
Probably happened. Oh man. All right.
beneficial for James to lose that second game, so he had that wave.
Because that's game.
I have many things to say.
Simon,
go ahead.
Well, you didn't roll for sidekicks ever.
I tried. I didn't ever.
No, you
get
didn't.
Them. Yeah,
you didn't. When?
There's a few times where I had just like random energy, and I was just trying to roll.
You didn't roll them. You never rolled them. Honestly, Chris, you didn't roll them.
Yes.
That last turn, you had 3 sidekicks. You rolled one of them. Why? Why not roll all 3?
I was just trying to get one. I probably
No,
should have
but
rolled.
don't be afraid to reroll all your stuff.
Yeah.
right.
You roll like 1 die on your reroll. Reroll all of them.
Yeah, there were a lot of turns. I mean, you still might not have rolled them, but
Yeah.
there were a lot of turns when you could have
Let's be honest. My rolls were terrible, anyways.
You got a Hogan in the field?
You got a Hogan also and just scared him out.
But that's the way you beat Hulk, right? Like, that's the only way to beat Hulk.
Yeah.
I'd noticed that you keep a fairly lean field. I suppose that's why they were telling you to reroll sidekicks. So that was my only hope, was just...
Yeah, I mean, just literally didn't ever roll for sidekicks, Chris.
Well, I thought I had to purchase a few things, and I was just trying to get stuff to purchase, and I guess that was a mistake. But
yeah, once you bought
with Hulk in the field, having a whole field full of sidekicks, you would have been able to, just block or attack. But
yeah.
And second game, when James didn't have Hogan already, we sort of were calling that he was just drawing dead at that point. If he'd already had Hogan, he might have been able to turn it around. But
yeah, James did the right thing. The second
concession was good, right?
Yeah, and then losing that game let you go first, and then you got to pick that you got to go first and buy the investigations out from under him.
Yeah.
But the only way to beat the Common Hulk is to swing at it really fast, right? Because if you let the person with the Hulk get a board set up,
yeah, right.
Eventually, especially in drafts where you don't have any way round walls.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Chris is going to be kicking himself in his sleep.
But yeah, Chris, you should watch that game back and just watch how often you could roll like 3 or 4. No, you need to watch the game and just there's
but I feel as though when I did get sidekicks out, he just either KO'd them, got them out, or anything else. And there's a few times where I was just trying to buy 1 or 2 things to set it up.
I know, but all you need to set up is Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a field of sidekicks and Hulk, what's he going to do? He can't attack you anymore.
True. Yep. I don't know. Whenever I've tried to roll for just sidekicks, it always just comes up as nothing. So that's when I guess I just use the energy for something that I don't need. That's the only problem.
You didn't buy a lot. Well, yeah, you bought duplicates of those characters, didn't you? But in the second game, you didn't buy a lot that you didn't need, because you pointed out you had quite a thin bag. There wasn't much of stuff in your bag. You had 3 sidekicks.
Yeah, because the second game, I think Chris actually got like 4 sidekicks out. I mean, not in one, then they were KO'd.
Yeah.
All right,
well, now you know.
Yeah, you should watch it back and just watch how often you could roll. Like, I think there's definitely an issue with not an issue necessarily, but players sometimes are reluctant to re-roll. You even said it, James. Like, I don't like re-rolling because I know I'm going to roll something I don't want.
If I can do something with the energy I have, then I'm
but buying stuff for the sake of buying stuff isn't always the best thing.
For sure. Yeah. Right. Totally.
So you may as well, especially in that first game, Chris, like you bought a bunch of stuff you didn't need.
Yeah, it's just I couldn't get Hulk, and I was just like, well, I guess I got to go. My backup is Hulk and...
I know, but if with Hulk, right, like if you build up a big enough wall, especially with sidekicks, eventually they have to get round to that.
Yeah.
So eventually they have to KO stuff.
Well, he eventually did, and he got it, but it was in the bag.
But it doesn't matter whether you buy Hulk like turn 10 or turn 3, right?
Yeah.
As long as you're not dead in between those turns.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely got pretty unlucky early when both Chipmunk Hunks didn't come out, and you had a bunch of character rolls that didn't go your way. But buying more characters because your characters aren't rolling just makes it so that you have a harder time getting to them again.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all fall into that trap, right? Like you're like, well, I need more characters, and you have your sort of buy order in mind anyway. But it becomes really easy to get your bag all full at that point.
Yeah. I buy Midgard in that situation.
Yeah, it's just anytime I had a sidekick out, James was just knocking it out, and I was like, well, he's about to swing through for lethal on any point.
I know, but that ramps for you, no?
Yeah, it's just I was getting unlucky with the rolls on that one. It just got in my head. Probably.
Yeah, you should watch. I think it'd be an interesting game for you to rewatch, and just so you notice how often you only rolled one sidekick when you could have rolled 4.
I'm just gonna burn the tape.
Reroll. No, you should watch it.
It's definitely easier for us to do it watching without playing.
Yeah, definitely.
For us to do it in the moment. So it's not like it's not like it's super obvious in game for anybody.
Yeah. No, but it's something.
Yeah,
it's something I know. Like I've noticed, like throughout me playing, like especially when PXG was a thing, I used to reroll even if I'd got energy, I just reroll everything until I got masks.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Why are you re-rolling?" I was like, "Because I only have 1 mask. I could get 4 masks."
Yeah.
See, in Golden, I do that. I re-roll all my stuff to get masks because I'm like, I need masks. I don't care about anything else.
But it's the same thing in draft.
Yeah.
You need to re-roll for sidekicks.
Aggressively re-roll.
Aggressively.
Remember, Chris, you miss 100% of the re-rolls you don't do.
Yeah.
But you die 100% of the time with the stuff that you don't get in the field.
Zach is like Confucius.
Yeah.
Sage. I think you should get one of those sort of Chinese mustaches.
Fu Manchu?
Yeah, James, you played very well, I think. That was very good, aggressive.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I tried to keep it
example.
I'm gonna report you for online bullying, James.
I was even trying to do a bit of trash talk. I'm really not very good at it. So very very polite trash talk.
Gentlemanly trash talk.
But yeah, this is what you should have done against Phil, right?
Yeah, right.
And swung him.
I mean, it can be tough to be that aggressive. It sort of feels
it's hard. Yeah,
yourself open for retaliation. But I think it was the right play.
It's just Phil was like he had full on. He has nothing but cheap except for Mr. Fix-It and Enchantress, and he just flooded the field with cheap characters.
That's true.
And
he just rolled everything every time.
Yeah. Anytime James would knock something out, get it next
time. It was like Hydra. It would come back with an extra head.
And he bought 3 more characters.
Yeah, that Hulk did way more work for James than did for you, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
How about that reroll on that Volstagg to actually get it out?
Oh man, that was pretty perfect.
What's funny is James pointed it out, and I wasn't even going to do it. I forgot about it. So.
Yeah.
I can't believe that actually worked out like that. Bloody hell.
Yeah, anytime I reroll stuff, it never works out, and that's the one time it did. So. All right, well, I'm going to end the video here. The video will also be on Dice Master with James and Zach. I'll get them the recording so they can upload it to their channel. Be able to watch my misplays. So thanks, everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe the channels, both of ours, and see you in the next video.
Brilliant. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.